It's Wednesday morning. It's great to be alive. It's Wednesday morning. It's great to be alive. It's Wednesday morning. It's great to be alive. Hey, hello, Facebook and YouTube, fellas. First of all, you see, I'm not by myself, and that will come later. I'm glad here. It's Wednesday, which is called Hump Day, which is kind of different for me since I'm retired. And as soon as I finish this broadcast, I'm going back to my mid-afternoon nap. But until then, I really want to do some things here. I want to first of all introduce our VCV board members, and I want first we'll start with you, Carlos and Carol. Please introduce yourself to the people.
Hi, I'm Dr. Carlos Garcia, VCV board member and licensed clinical psychologist, Marine, and former firefighter as well.
Carol.
And hello, audience. I'm Dr. Carol Rasor, and I'm a retired law enforcement officer, and currently I'm a faculty member at St. Petersburg College.
Great. Now, your only question is, why are we here? And I'll tell you why we're here. As you see here, we are having a virtual forum on the 3rd of September from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And this is in response to September is considered the Suicide Prevention Awareness Month. And I wanted to pick, we as Veterans Council veterans wanted to find a way to sit there and find that niche of the veterans. And we decided that September 30th will be the day we'll sit there and bring all our veterans together. What you guys see here before you, it's virtual, and you need to sign up as soon as you can. We need to be part of this. In fact, we have the hashtag the number 4 vets by vets, because this is what this is. This is 4 vets by vets. And you look at that panel, we got a panel that crosses the spectrum. That's very important because that means we are collective. Okay, this is not just about Veterans Council and veterans. This is about the whole entire veterans community coming together to sit there and help out with veteran suicide prevention, intervention, and postvention. So I want you to make sure that this is us taking care of us. So I want you guys to go in, register for this event so we can have this thing going on. So before we go now, I always preach about caring, sharing is caring, sharing is caring, sharing is caring. Well, one thing I want to do is that, and I always say this, push-ups, yeah, that's kind of difficult. Hiking, that's real difficult. But just taking your middle finger, as you were, taking your index finger, and pushing the share button going to be just as much as doing a push-up and hike. So all I'm asking you guys to do is share. So Carol, can you read out the names of the screen we see right now?
Yes, we'd like to give a big shout out and thank you to Barbara Morales, Janine Donahue Smith, Marla Batista, Lynn Geyser, PTSD for Warriors and their families, Christine Hesse, Sean Hulk, Mark Flower, Jim Bowers, Kim Ostrander, Lucia King, Janet Weatherall. Thank you all so much.
And so, and Carlos.
Absolutely. So we want to thank Jenny W. Clark, Mr. Ted Cox, Rosalie DeMarco, Linda Odell, Emily Korkarkas, I hope I pronounced that right, Emily, Michael Turner, Georgia Nami, Charles Wilbur, Christina Rennie, Winkler's Wish Foundation, Rebecca and Richard Winkler, Murda Harrod McClymont, I believe that it is, Veterans in SATP, I believe that's Elizabeth Thomas there at the bottom, and Mr. Kurt Guy.
Thank you. And then finally, I want to recognize and I thank you so much. Kelly D. Page, Brian Silveria, Thomas Borden, Alicia Willis Tumby, Pete Bloom. Pete Bloom is as you know him, Carlos. Pete Bloom has been a big time for us. Major E. Morgan, the American Legion Commanding Sergeant Major Gary W. Chris, Post 289. Thank you, American Legion. Gina G. Easy Edwards, Veterans with Visions. Kim Ostrander again. Richard Patterson, she's like constantly sharing. So keep it sharing, Kim. The INR Healing for Abundant, Living Corps, Sherry, and then Forgotten, Not Gone. So it's very important that we share this because we're trying to, especially during this COVID-19 time frame where people are self-isolating, not around people like that. So they're really, I would say, susceptible to what's going on when it comes to suicide and that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. The more you share, the more we get a chance to get those people out there who may not feel like they need to get that done. So please continue to share. We appreciate that as the board. So what I want to try to do is and we talked about this as a board. We sat there, we said, we got together the board. We said, hey guys and ladies, COVID's here. What can we do to continue to impact people during this COVID-19 time where everything that we normally consider is the norm is no longer the norm? So everybody's isolating and social distancing and all this other kind of stuff. I said, what can we do? And we all come together and said, let's do a virtual. And that's what we decided. We want to do a virtual. We decided as a board to do this virtual and get this thing going. And this is my first time of doing it. So we think it's worth whatever lessons we learned of doing that. So I want to get insight on Carlos and why it's important, and then Carol too. So Carlos, why is this important as a board member?
Absolutely, Tony. I mean, I think the better question is for those people out there, how is this not important to you? Right? I mean, it's important to me because I'm a clinician. It's important to me because I'm a veteran. It's important to me because I have, that day-to-day contact with veterans that are having a hard time, that are struggling with their mental health. So obviously it's important to me. But if we, what about all those folks out there? If we were to sort of a raise of hands, everyone knows a veteran. Everyone has a veteran in their family. And so, this event is important because it's getting the general public to understand how and why it is that we have veteran suicides daily, right? Any conversation sort of leads to, my God, that's such a high number. My God, that's such a high number. But no one understands why. And we really want to get people to understand the why, but not just that. Then what can we do, right? That's what VCV is all about, right? We're sort of leading the way and helping educate and helping to prevent through postvention and prevention of veteran suicide. And so I think this is important for everyone out there. And like you said, it takes 2 seconds to share. And you know what? Let's be honest. Maybe this event isn't for you, right? Maybe you don't have any interest in this. But by sharing that, maybe you're reaching out to somebody that follows you or that, is on your page that might need it, right? And so, take a few minutes to share. This is a vitally, important event. And, I'm so happy to be a part of it and so looking forward to, to continuing to do the work that we're doing.
Yeah, and Carol, Carol has a really personal stake in this, and that's why it's like, Carol, tell us about how this event is so important to you, how you can take it personally.
Well, this event is important to me because first off, I'm a mother that lost her son by suicide. He was a U.S. Marine. And I can tell you it's a difficult walk in life. And I feel for those families out there that experience the same thing. And I want to apologize to our audience. That is my dog howling in the background. And I can't stop.
He wants to get on.
He's a cheerleader for VCV.
Cool.
But this is so important because there's moms, there's dads, there's spouses, there's children out there, and they need to be connected to people that understand what they're walking through and that we can serve as a resource for them for support. Because initially I walked through this all by myself, except for the fact that I met Tony Williams, who came to my son's funeral and had me be a part of Veterans Counseling Veterans. And that's what we want to do. We want to be a resource to those families and veterans.
Thanks, Carl. I appreciate it. And we all, like I said, we're all like-minded, and we're doing this again because this is hard. We all know this. This is hard. And that's why they say when the going gets tough, the tough gets going. This is something hard that really is not easy, and we need the whole community to keep us to get together and be involved in this. Because we just can't do it by ourselves, and that's why we're doing it. We're stepping forward. We want you guys who are listening to step forward. So we're asking you guys to share it and to register. And if you don't, and like Carlos said, aptly, if maybe you don't think it's for you, but you never know who else it's for, and you don't want to find out, you don't want to be in Carol's shoes and a lot of other families that's out there and find out later on that you could have done something. So this is you're doing something. Share this and register. And I want to just get a plug in for Carol because both Carlos and Carol are leading the panel, are leading a panel. Carlos is going to be leading the panel for the mental health providers, and Carol's going to lead the panel for the family who lost veteran suicide, which is Rebecca Williams. And we're going to talk about how they were affected, and not just the mother and father, but the sons as well. So Carol, can you talk a little bit quick about that event that you're going to be leading?
Well, I think it's an excellent panel for our families out there that are tuning in, because we can tell you firsthand what that walk was like. And we have another twist to that. We have the brothers of a veteran that died by suicide to kind of explain that it's just not the parents or the spouse. This spreads out through the entire family is devastated by this, and community and friends. And then it's a tough walk for everyone. So I think that you'll see our experiences are very, very similar in some ways, but of course they're personal to all of us. But like I said earlier, VCV is a resource for the community.
And Carlos, and just quick, you're leading the panel for the mental health providers. Give us quick insight. I know we don't give too much. Everybody got to show up, but just quick insights on this. What you're leading.
Yeah. So I think it's good to get a perspective from mental health providers, right? Those people on the front line who are working with vets, right? And who see, some of the mental health issues that vets are coming in with that if not cared for properly does lead to suicide, right? I mean, if we really look at it, suicide is a result of someone struggling so significantly with their mental health that seems like the best course of action for them ultimately. And so, if we can get mental health providers out there that understand the culture of our veterans, that understand how to work with veterans, that are, up to date on the latest research on how to treat trauma, how to do all of these wonderful things, then we're really, really doing a great, great thing right from the beginning for our veterans. And so I'm really looking forward to the couple of folks that we have on there to share some of their thoughts.
Thanks, Carlos. And both of you guys have a great panel. I want to emphasize one more time again, for those out there listening, we are having, this is the event again. It's going to be on the 3rd of September, just next week, next Wednesday, from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Please register, sign up, share it. Somebody else need it. We got as you see there, we got a panel of veterans and their family who will be involved in this. And as you heard from Carol and Carlos, this is for us, by us. So I really recommend you do this. We really ask you to do this. So definitely do that again. So to the end of this, guys, we want to end this podcast, but we want to make sure that we leave with one quick comment, and of course, share, register. Carol, last comments. I'm sorry, that's me. I'm sorry, Carol. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I hope that we have people that are listening now that will register for our event. I think they're going to find it an excellent symposium. And we have great panelists, and we really want to make a difference. And we're also reaching out to see if we have anyone that also wants to volunteer and become part of the VCV tribe.
That's a good point. And Carlos.
Yeah, I got to tell you, we put this event on last year for the first time, and what a wonderful event, and all of the wonderful conversations that came about as a result. And what I really loved about it is how we brought the community together, right? The faith-based community, the veterans families. I mean, it was so amazing to see, the connections that were being made and some of the progress that we've made in this area. And so I'm looking forward to year number 2. We're going to make it better than ever. Yeah,
great. Thank you very much, Carlos. And I want to also give a shout out, a thank you to the American Legion, the Department of American Legion. They helped sponsor this event. I want to make sure they get a shout out to the American Legion. They're actually walking the walk and not just a talk. And then, of course, Tampa Wellness as well. So, again, thank you, everybody out there. This is Tony Williams, Veterans Council veteran, and the board, people I work for. This is, until then, Tony Williams, out.